In the 60s, the United States government was really worried about Russia, as we are today, and they discovered that they didn't know anything about how to work in cold weather. So they formed an organization called Cold Regions Research and Engineering Laboratories out of Hanover, New Hampshire, Dartmouth. And I was a college kid with 1 year of education and no money, and my college career was over, and I was applying all over, and all of a sudden I got a contract from this Cold Regions Research and Engineering Laboratories to go to the North Pole. I had no idea what it was. This picture, I have flown from Chicago to Philadelphia to a military base. This is the bachelor officers' quarters and the visitor officers' quarters. And coming from a small town, this was a big deal. I actually had a suit. And so somebody took this picture for me. From here, I flew from Philadelphia, I flew to Goose Bay, Labrador. And then from Goose Bay, I flew to Thule Air Force Base in Greenland, a Strategic Air Command base. And from Thule, I took a bus 12 miles to the edge of the glacier where the military base, Army base was. And from the military, from that, I got on a Caterpillar pulled sled. It was a box with bunks in it. And we went 3 miles an hour, 100 miles up the glacier, 5,000 feet up on top of a mountain to build this military base. And so the pictures are, I haven't seen these in 50 years.
A 30-hour trip up the glacier, huh?
Okay, this is the plane that we left in. Military Air Transport Service, we flew to Thule Air Force Base. After we had to go to Goose Bay, Labrador. Planes back then couldn't fly those long distances. Goose Bay was a couple thousand miles, and then on up to Thule. When we flew this, we flew into Goose Bay, refueled, flew to Thule. It was fogged in. We made one pass, turned around, and flew back to Goose Bay, Labrador, because we didn't have enough fuel for two tries. So that's the kind of thing the military will do to you. This is at Camp Tuno. These are what we slept in. This was on the edge of the glacier. The glacier's right behind me here. And these are just big wooden buildings, bunks. And we waited there for the Caterpillar train to get ready to take us to the next level.
Do you have heat or electricity in
Here,
there?
what?
Heat or electricity in there?
Yeah, we had electricity and heat. They have big generators. Here I'm in my military clothes that they've given me to wear at Tuno. And all this was a jump-off place to supply this military base called Camp Century.
Looks really cold there, Jim.
That's the summer, and it's pretty warm. It's about 40. That's pretty warm for up there. This is not within the Arctic Circle. We're on the edge of it right here.
Who's the skinny guy?
Yeah, exactly right. That's what I want to show you. And this is the kind of thing that pulled us up there. This is the biggest Caterpillar tractor they made, and they've extended these tracks to 30 inches instead of the 14 on a regular truck. And this holds 500 gallons worth of diesel fuel so they can carry their own fuel. And then they pull a tank behind it, that's another tank of fuel. And each one of them has to have that because there's no filling stations. And we're going up this mountain of snow, and they can never shut the Caterpillars off because they're not sure they'll ever start again. So they run them 24 hours a day until they have to change the oil. And they shut them off, change the oil, and start them again. So every place you go, the cats are running. And here's the snow train. This is how we went. Each one of these Caterpillars is pulling a load of stuff, and some of them are wagons. We slept in supplies to go up there, and they have to do this for 100 miles at 3 miles an hour tops. They work 6 hours, pull over. We have the chow. We get back on our bunks. The drivers work 6 on, 6 off, and we just ride for 3 days to get up there. And you can ride with a Caterpillar driver if you want. There are no signs, there's nothing, there's just a flag every so often so they know where they're going, because no radar works. where we were so far north that the compasses pointed south and the glacier, and so nothing worked.
So this is the method of cold weather
Research,
research that you were involved in.
yes.
So this is cold weather research.
This is cold. This is the middle of the summer when the sun's up 100.
So
at 10 o'clock.
3 miles an hour and you sleep every 6 hours. Okay. No, I'm just trying to figure this out.
Here's a guy. This is how many they can pull, and they just keep chugging along.
No wonder they go 3 miles an hour.
You'll walk that.
There's the trail we're following. They have markers put out because sometimes the fog comes in and you can only see about 6 feet. So somebody has to watch the markers. If you get off, there are holes deep enough to swallow a caterpillar at any place. We stop for refuel and eating. Off we go again. You can see one group, and we're the second tier. Here they're getting more fuel. There I am in a military uniform. That's how I look for the summer. You didn't get cold. It was pretty warm. It was pretty decent, 30 degrees, and you had lots of clothes on. All the supplies going up. Here we're refueling again. There we go when it got narrow, where we're going
So
through.
that was a fueling station that they didn't have any of?
That's where they just pull over and pull the tanker up and hand pump the fuel into the
carrying.
for the cast. Here we're at the new base that we're going to build. There's nothing there. We had nothing. We were the first contingent, 140 of us, and so we slept in rubber tents. We had a row of rubber tents here and here that they had built. They were just rubber tents. We call them Quonset huts. It had a round rubber roof and a wood floor, and you couldn't. I found out that if you put a case of soft drinks on the floor, it froze. So you didn't touch the ground much if you could help it. And we slept in sleeping bags for the whole summer. You got a shower once a week. You were scheduled. Mine was scheduled at the same time as church. The joke was I had either a clean mind or a clean body, because that was the only time I had. If I didn't do it then, I didn't get my shower for the week. They had to melt the snow to do it. Here we are lined. This is what they had to do. They had to line up for attention every morning for roll call. Nobody's going to go. It's 100 miles. And can't go too far.
Who's going to desert, right?
But anyway, they all line up, and I don't have to. I'm a civilian. But anyway, that was the crew. We ate in one of these had folding bench, had picnic tables and the cook station in the back, and they cooked meals every 6 hours. 2 breakfasts and 2 dinners. You got to work the hours you wanted to work. Didn't make any difference. There's my house. That's my hut for the summer. The John is another one of these. Looks just like it. As I say, it's pretty warm when I'm there. There's my boss, Dr. Yin Xiaoyan, came from Taiwan, had his doctorate in physics. Brilliant, but didn't speak very good English. And the 4th week he got sick. Army food made him sick, and he had to go home. And so he emailed me. He sent me a telegram every day of what I'm supposed to do. And I had a crew of 4 that worked for me, and they're all electrical engineers. So it didn't take me too long to figure out. Give them the orders. What can I do to help you out? I pulled a Ben. I said, guys, I'm in charge. Let's face it, I'm not in charge. What would you like to do? How are we going to do this? I said, I can be an assistant and work with you, but what can I do for you guys? And they said, get us out of the Army. I said, oh, okay. We're going to work the off 12-hour shift. We're going to work nights. That way you don't have to go to roll call. And then every time you get called by the captain to say you have to go report somewhere, you just give him this paper. Jim says no. If you don't like it, call Chicago or Hanover and tell them that we're going to stop our project while you get to pull KP or something. So pretty soon it worked out really well. In fact, so well that because of that, I was one of 5 that got sent the second year.